Hey everybody, it's Gavin here again. It's January 2017 and this year it's going crazy. It's unbelievable the activity we're seeing in the marketplace. And sometimes when markets get busy and you're focusing on your day-to-day activities, you kind of lose sight a little bit, lose track of your goals. And that's why I put up a post the other day with regards to setting big, scary goals. And here's the thing with goals is if you don't have goals, you don't have any intention, you don't have any direction in your life. And quite often, you speak to friends or you speak to colleagues in the office and they say to you, yeah, I feel like I'm floating from day to day. I don't feel like I'm going anywhere or I'm lacking motivation. Generally, it comes down to the fact that you haven't set a goal in place for you and for your life and where you want to go. But here's another thing about goals is you can set a goal that's easy to attain. I mean, everybody can go, right, I want to take my results from last year and I want to increase it by 10, 15, 20, 25%, whatever it may be. But how often have you set a goal that actually terrifies you? That really has you shaking in your boots. One of those goals where if you open your mouth and you told it to somebody, you're almost going to fear their reaction and how they're going to react to the enormity of this goal. And if you've never had one of those goals, I think maybe it's time to think about something like that. Because having a really big, scary goal is something that's really going to drive you. It's something that's really, really going to drive you to achieve higher levels of success. It's going to push you outside of comfort zones. So I've had a couple of ideas over the last couple of months where I've just gotten into the space where I truly believe that there's no such thing as an impossible goal. If you can believe it, if you can visualize it in your mind, you can achieve it. But there's then got to be a set process of how you go about achieving or setting in motion the achievement of that goal. It could be a 1-year, 5-year, 10-year plan, but if you don't start it, if you keep it in your head, it quite often can die in your head as well. So I wrote this blog post, 5 steps to putting your big, scary goal into motion. And I want you to go have a read. And here are the 5 points very, very quickly. And I'm not going to go into them in full detail now. You can go and read the blog post. Okay, so point number 1 that I wrote in the blog was that you've got to find time to have some quiet alone time with yourself. And I know this might seem really, really strange, but here's the thing. If you're going to set a goal, and a big, big, scary goal, it's got to be aligned with who you are and what you do and what you want to achieve in your life. And I'll give you an example. Anyone can say, I want to go and walk on the moon, I want to land on the moon, but there's got to be some form of realism to achieving that goal in alignment with who you are and what you want to do in your life. So most people don't set goals because they don't know what they want to achieve. They don't know where they want to go in their life. So you've got to be able to have that time, that alone time, whether it's reading a book, whether it's listening to music, you've got to find that inspiration. For some people, it's meditation and prayer. But you just got to have that time alone where you can process your thoughts, get to know yourself, get to know who exactly you want to be, and then set that goal that's going to be completely in alignment with all these things that you want from your life. Point number 2, you've got to say it out loud. You've got to tell somebody about your big, scary goal. As I said, if it stays in your head, it's quite possible that it dies there. But there's 2 reasons why you want to tell someone. Firstly, you're setting the intentional. You're setting it out there to the universe, and you're telling the universe what it is that you want to achieve. And for all those logically brain-minded people out there like me, first time I heard this, I dismissed it completely. But I'll tell you what, I've had a couple of instances in my life where I've taken something that would be previously unthought of or unheard of, and I've set it in motion by merely telling the universe. And you want to set that in motion because before you know it, you've got someone who's come into your life, you've met somebody who can help you achieve your goal, and things just start to happen, and you won't know why. But you've got to set it in motion first, so you've got to speak it out loud. And secondly, by speaking it out loud, you're telling somebody else about this goal, and in a way you're kind of then making yourself accountable to going and achieving it, but also you want to watch their reaction. If they laugh at you, if they dismiss you, if they think you're absolutely crazy, do not worry. That's what you want. If somebody just looks at you and goes, oh, okay, that's a great goal, maybe it's not big enough. So that's point number 2. You've got to say it out loud. Then I think point number 3 is you've actually got to now commit to planning it. So you've got to somehow, whether it's on your computer, whether it's on a piece of paper, you've got to start writing down action points to help you achieve that goal. Or what are the first steps? There's going to always be a first step, and it might be meeting somebody. It might be going to set up a meeting to find out more information about how you're going to go about it. But you've got to start somewhere. And as you start writing these points down, you then get into a process called mind dumping. Now, mind dumping, you need alone time as well. What mind dumping is you take one point and then you drill down deeper and deeper and deeper and expanding on that thought. So you might start off with one idea, and then as you give it more and more consideration and thought, and it's got to be intentional, you'll start working out a deeper action plan to how you're going to achieve that point. So that's point number 3, is actually starting to set it in motion. Don't just keep it in your head. Number 4 is you might have to meet somebody, you might have to bring somebody on board to help you achieve your goal. Now, please don't think that achieving a big, scary goal requires that only you are the only person doing it. You don't have to be the chief architect and the builder of the building. You might have to bring in strategic partnerships. There might be skill sets that you don't have that you might be able to find through partnerships. You might just be able to go and find a coach or a mentor who's going to guide you along the way, maybe someone who's done this before. So don't be stubborn. Don't think you have to do this on your own. Find somebody who you can align with who's going to help you achieve your goal. And then finally, number 5 is quite simple. Every single action you take from this point forward has to be in alignment with you achieving your goals. Has to support your goals. If you're going to achieve a big, scary goal, it's all in or nothing. You can't do this half-heartedly. If it's that big and it's that scary, and it's going to mean so much that it's going to possibly change your life, you've got to go all in. So every single action needs to support the achievement of your goal. And it has to become a way of life. You have to live and breathe it. And it may mean that you might alienate some people close to you who might not agree or support you and your dreams and your goals. But if you believe in it 150% and you know that you're going to achieve it with hard work, and you know, importantly, you know that it can change your life, why would you not do anything other than 150%? So whatever your big goal is, and I've said a couple which I'm not going to share now. I have told a few key people around me as to what they are. And I've followed the exact same process as what I'm telling you now. And it's amazing. What starts off as an idea in your mind then gets translated into writing. And there's a whole plan that's been put in place. And just by speaking about it, certain people have come into my life and doors have started to open for the achievement of this goal. So watch your space. I'll let you know if it happens. But good luck with achieving your goals, or at least setting them in motion.